Hello everybody and welcome back again to F1 TS Hub. We are here for the late night talk show and we have just finished 3 races in Singapore which were beautiful for some and not so pretty for others. So thank you for all our drivers for putting on a good show tonight. And I've got in with me from the podium tier we've got Rex and White Eagle. From the pinnacle tier we've got Gaza and Ala Diaz. And then from the top tier we've got Bisas and a very heartbroken Kian. So I hope you're all well. I know not all of you had a good race, but let's flick over to the podium tier. Rex, was that enough safety cars for you?
Yeah. The big thing for me is I personally enjoyed my race, even though I came 11th and didn't actually finish. I thought it was a good race for me. Because I was on the pace, and when I was in the battles, I was like fighting for fifth and all that. But the big thing for me with the safety cars is that I don't know who exactly it was, but it was a car that kept going in and out of connection in front of me, and because of that, there was like a glitch saying you could overtake. And I think White Eagle was behind me during the safety car, so I don't know how it affected him, but I had to stop, go, stop, go, stop, go, because of this guy just lagging everywhere. It was quite difficult.
Yeah, that's it's strange. It was obviously the safety car glitch that we had, and I mentioned on stream that of the 5 safety cars we had, 3 of them were actually warranted because someone crashed right in the middle of the track. So it was only the 2 of them that were unnecessary. But let's White Eagle, can you hear us? No, White Eagle just messaged saying he can't hear. Rex, how do you think that safety car affected some drivers' race? Was it hard just to kind of keep going?
No, for me, because I don't know whether most people who work too much now, I have disability and I like to get into rrhythms. When I don't get, obviously the safety car glitch when I ruined the rhythm of the race, so it kept confusing me and like I kept missing my braking zones. And then it was really difficult to stay in the rhythm where you felt comfortable. It was really good. It was interesting at the same time though, because as people were like making mistakes with their wings, because it's Singapore, it allows people to make recovery jobs, but at the same time, it really disrupted the flow of the race and kind of ruined other people's chances.
All right, we'll move on to our pinnacle tier. I didn't see all of this, but one thing that stands out for me is congratulations, Gaza, your first ever podium at F1 TS Hub.
Thank you. Yes, I'm so happy. As I thought I was slow, but I'm much happier now. I'm getting faster each race, and I think that's the first podium. So it's all good. Yeah.
Good stuff. I didn't catch the end of it. Oh, we got an echo there. White Eagle, I think I don't know if that's yours, but how did you manage to land yourself on the podium? Was it through just staying out of trouble?
Yes, I started 10th on the grid, which is good for me. And then I think I pitted lap 9 or 10, I think, on the ultra softs to go into ultra softs again. And then the safety car came out at the end of the stint, and so I could then pit onto my super softs, and then I was quite high up. I was like 5 or 6, and then after a few crashes and a few incidents, I just moved up, and I was lucky. I was very lucky, but I'll take it.
Good stuff. Well, yeah, it's hopefully the first of many. Ala Diaz, I haven't actually spoke to you before, but you're a man who's won the first 3 races in your pinnacle tier. You weren't able to make it 4 in a row. First of all, talk us through your race.
Yeah. My race was like kind of like up and down. First stint, I tried to stay with Wommer, but never really got close to make a move. And yeah, like I think on lap 9 he pitted for softs, and like Buxer was right behind me. I didn't really knew at that point what I was gonna do, like if I should like cover Wommer and also go on softs or like do an overcut. But then I was like, if Buxer pits now, he maybe undercuts me and I end up at third. So I just pit stopped at that point, also for softs. Then I came out behind Wommer and my teammate, I picked up wing damage with him, with my teammate. It was a bit like miscommunication, I think. He wanted to let me go. I just clipped the back of him, and yeah, then I had wing damage, and I really struggled out there. Sam got past me, but then came the safety car and really brought me back into the game again. So the first safety car really helped me out today. Um, and then it was just like, I don't know, complete mess with all the safety cars. And I mean, I had some good battles today, but still it was, I don't know, every figured out safety car. And then it was so slow, everyone, and trying to avoid because you don't really know which lines they do. Everyone is trying to warm up their tires, and it was, I think, Cloudy hit the back of my car in the safety car phase because I had to avoid Sam, and it was just a really, really messy race. But very happy to be on the podium and really take second place today.
Good stuff. We'll come to Beast. That was a beast-like performance, really. Pole to win. Did it ever look in doubt?
Nah, the pace was always there, like throughout the whole race. I never really got properly challenged except Black Mamba, but like he was on the supers, I had the soft, so if he ever like tried making a move, like the softs were gonna come back to me at the end, so he never really had any really chance to make a move.
And Kian, contrasting fortunes for you. Obviously, what happened? You were doing so well.
I'm not sure. I think it was just a lapse in concentration. I was looking around at the delta, where I was and stuff, and then just kind of turned in a bit too early. Really, really massive schoolboy error, but yeah, I'll just have to come back again.
You definitely will. All right, White Eagle. I think you're. Can you hear us now?
I most certainly can.
Good stuff. So, scored points today. A difficult one given the circumstances of the safety card. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, so to be honest, after the madness that happened last week in Canada with everything that everyone knows, to be honest, with what happened to my race last week, obviously binning it on that last corner, I just wanted to make sure that I actually finished the race today. So, yeah, as we can see, more safety cars, more madness. Couple of race incidents that happened to myself personally, but you know they're bound to happen. And to be honest, I was really happy just to finish late in the end.
Good stuff. All right. We'll switch over to Oz. I don't know if you want to start with Rex, and maybe start with the two podium guys and ask them a question each.
Yeah, sure. For Prime Rex, do you think you've got the most out of the car for your setups and to score optimum points?
Absolutely. When I was racing, I was in the points. I qualified 11th, and ever since then I didn't really drop out the points at any point. So I definitely felt on the pace. I was battling P5. There was just, again, I was on the dry tyres. It began to get really wet and spent a few hours. But yeah, I think the pace was really there. I'm really happy with my result today in terms of just raw pace. It was really good for me.
Fantastic. With White Eagle, your fellow Haas driver, do you think that you're new to the league as well? Are you finding that you're getting the best out of the league and enjoying it to the best?
Yeah, I mean, personally myself, I'm more of a casual racer, so I went into this as sort of, not an experiment, but sort of to see how much I can push myself. And to be honest, you know, all right, I didn't make the first race of the season, and then I eventually, I think it was Silverstone, I managed to get a 7th or an 8th place finish. And to be honest, it's all just a learning process.
Okay. Kian, we've had we sort of had a discussion before the race of how you wanted to have a good result, and tonight it hasn't happened. Do you think that this is a kind of phase that you're going through where maybe the next race you'll have that result that you're really, really wanting?
Well, I don't know. I've had a few tough races. I think this is probably the toughest. Fourth, I don't know if I would have kept fourth, but I was even if I finished fifth or sixth, I would have been happy with that. But yeah, I think it's just a phase I'm going through. Confidence is low. Of course, being top of the championship last season, basically fighting for the win every race, and now basically after 3 races, not even scored a point yet. So I think it's just confidence, and hopefully, well, I need to take the positives away, and I was running 4th, so it must mean I am doing something right.
Okay. Gaza, first of all, congratulations for your podium. I do believe it's your first one here at F1 TS Hub. Do you think now that you can build on this result and in the future gain more podiums and more top 5s during either this season or possibly next season?
Yes, that's a plan. It's racing, so everybody wants to win or do as best as you can. I don't think I'm fast enough yet to be up there all the time, but at the moment, I just want to have fun, do every race as it comes, and hopefully, after a few crashes or safety cars, I can push forward and hopefully get a few podiums by next few seasons, hopefully.
Yes, fantastic. Ali Diaz, you said that the first pit stop was quite pivotal in your race. Was the pressure from Boogster and Wommer making sure that you pitted either a lap before them or a lap after them? Did that pressure make the difference?
I'm not really sure if it made a difference. It definitely made things more difficult today. They both had really, really good pace. So yeah, I just wasn't really the fastest man out on track today. So yeah, they both did a great job. I'm not sure what happened between Wommer and Buxton, like in the last few laps, why there was contact. But yeah, like Buxton really had a really, really good race. Did nothing wrong today. I think he also went for the super straight away, so he also did a really good strategy call today. And yeah, so fair play to him. Congrats on the win, and yeah, looking forward to the next race.
Okay, and finally, Beastas. You've now won your first race of the season. Do you think you could build on this and possibly win more races this season?
100%. I just like the first 2 races were pretty shocking. I know the first race, but the second race was. So I just need this win. Now I can just like build on it and just hopefully get more wins. Just like mount the title challenge.
Alrighty, I got a few questions have come up whilst you were talking there, Oz. So Rex, we'll start with you. Singapore, the safety car, obviously, as Kian found out, keeping your concentrations for the whole 31 laps is difficult. Do you think those safety cars, where they kept coming, obviously you had rain as well in the podium tier, intermediate rain, and then it went back to dry. Do you think that safety car first of all enabled you to kind of regroup, have a breather, and second of all, do you think drivers who for instance would have been out the race had the safety cars not been there, do you think they would have just quit if they were so far off the back? And I know it's hard to take positives from that safety car glitch, but do you think that was a positive perhaps?
In my race, yeah, I think it was difficult to concentrate, and obviously that's why I crashed out. Because obviously it was during that phase of, is it time to go on to dry, is it time to go on the inters, that kind of thing. And Jeff was like, do you want to change the strategy? He did it twice, so it distracted me. As well, yeah, I think it did spice things up and allow maybe lesser drivers to kind of stay in contention for the points. Obviously now I've scored my first points in F1 TS in Britain, the home Grand Prix. I'm now just trying to aim for more points, trying to build on that point score. So I think overall it really added to the spice and kept me on my toes and kept the other drivers on their toes. That's how I saw it.
And what do you make of your teammate? Obviously he took pole position, so he's taken 2 out of 4 this season. He made it further than the last lap this time, but he wasn't able to hold him to the win. He got a podium. Do you see more from him before the end of the season?
No, you guys know that me and him we talk a lot. Yeah, I'm really proud of him what he's done this year. I think he's absolutely stormed it. You know, I kind of actually look a little bit bad, but no, he's done really well. Apart from when he doesn't bin it on the first lap. But yeah, I think he's done really well. I think Singapore was a good example of his pace. I think if he didn't have the safety car glitch, I think he would have like stormed home today. But I think the safety car glitch kind of allowed those drivers like Jewel to kind of come in and allow them to attack, because obviously as soon as you've got a gap, the safety car will just bring it back down. So I think it's a bit difficult to kind of stay in the lead.
Good stuff. All right, White Eagle, I do want to ask you, as a new driver coming into the league this season, from a not a racing perspective, but from coming in, how do you comment on, what's your feedback to, obviously, I'm part of the team that run the league. What's your feedback on how it's run, and how you're enjoying it so far?
Well, do you know what, right? Obviously, I just about missed the first race of the season, and to be honest, I've had really no complaints so far. I've really, really enjoyed every race I've been involved in. I can't say I've really been bitter towards any of the drivers. I'm just taking these races as it comes, and as I mentioned before, I'm a casual racer. I'm doing this for fun. If I get into the points, I see that as a positive, and especially, as I say, after last week, I was absolutely devastated to bin the car. Straight after the safety car, Montreal, put it straight into the wall and ended my race. And yeah, I just wanted to come back this week and just at least make sure that I at least got some points on the board.
Wasn't it in Canada the penultimate lap, was it? If I remember correctly, it was close to the end.
It certainly was. I think, if I remember, I was either second or third. And I hit the curb and I just binned it into the wall, lost my front right. And yeah, after all that hard work of going through the race, I literally sat there, put my head in my hands and thought, I cannot believe I've just done that with 2 laps to go. Because I honestly think if I'd have stayed in that, I may have ended up inside the top, maybe end up inside the top 5, I don't know, but
I think, I suppose, I talked to a lot of drivers and obviously I've raced myself a lot. And I think it's moments like that sometimes, you have to have in order to build upon and make you a better driver. Would you agree?
Definitely. And yeah, as I say, I came into Singapore tonight and I just wanted to make sure that I just finished the race. And especially when that rain came down and the safety cars started coming out, I thought, this might get a little bit crazy. And sure enough, it did. As I say, I myself had a couple of incidents during the race. I actually remember at one point, I think I actually went completely off into an off part of the circuit, managed to get myself back on, and as I say, I finished 8th in the end, so that to me is a small victory for myself.
Good stuff. All right, Gaza, so obviously you scored points in every race this season, I believe. You got your first podium. You're a man who's obviously improving week upon week, and of course you do a lot for the league with your tier coordinating. What do you make as your tier as a whole so far this season?
Yeah, it's good. It's much different from last year because it's much more. It's a better league pace-wise, so it's faster drivers. Sometimes that makes them a bit more cocky. Not all times, but some people might be a bit more confident and maybe a bit more annoyed at crashes. But as a whole, we've all been good. Everyone's a good driver. Anyone can be in top 10 easily. Anyone can win. Bookstore can win. Aradea can win. Anyone can win. So it's very competitive, and they're all nice guys. So I can't complain.
Good stuff. All right, Aladiaz, just to let you know, from what I saw on the stream, I just watched it before we got in this. I think Woomad literally on the final corner at the restart came up behind Bookstas, just got too close and just sent it into the inside wall. From what it looked like on the broadcast, Bookster didn't move or there was no side-by-side contact. It was just he came up behind, got too much of a tank slapper and touched Bookster and ended in the wall. But obviously you've won the first 3 races. You finished second here tonight. Championship. It's first of all, who are your rivals, and second of all, you're looking pretty good at the top of the standings there.
Yeah, not gonna lie, like winning the first 3 races was pretty much fantastic, and coming home second today is also really, really good for the championship. So it's looking pretty good at the moment. Just trying to keep that momentum that I have right now finishing on the podium is good. And yeah, my rivals, I'm not really sure. Like Wommer scored 0 points today again. I don't know if he can make it back. He definitely has a pace in the race, but I don't think he had like one clean race so far. I think in Austria got wing damage, in Britain DNF, then wing damage in Canada, and today also DNF. So I think like the biggest driver really is Buxter. Like he's so consistent. Every time he's on the podium, I think what is it now? 15 podiums in a row. That's
Yeah.
just insane. And so yeah, he's really really consistent. And if I feel like I have to be 100% on my game to really be up there. And if I put one foot wrong, he will definitely be there. And so yeah, it's really really tough to always make it 100% right. For example, today in qualifying, I clipped the wall on my outlap on my final run, and that wing damage luckily repaired itself during the lap. But yeah, just like the always being focused and 100% is really tough. And I think if you just make one mistake, he will be there. So the next few races will definitely be interesting, and I'm looking forward to battle him. But also Sam, like kind of like an insane pace. Also today, I'm not sure what happened there. Like he was in second place, safety car, and then suddenly he just teleported away from my screen and he was gone. So I don't know what happened there. It must be like super frustrating for him. He was looking really good today again. So, but yeah, in terms of points right now, I think Buxter is the main rival. But we will see what happens in the next races.
Good stuff. And obviously you joined late last season, season 10, the pinnacle, the pinnacle tier, which obviously was the top tier. You enjoying the challenge in the racing this season more so than last?
Um, both tiers were really great. For example, like last season, I was battling for like podiums and points, had more wheel to wheel, and this time it's like more like always trying to get that maximum result. It's both really really fun, and I really enjoy both things. And yeah, I think there's no real difference if you can race and have good races, good drivers around, which is the case last season as well as this season. I think there's no real difference.
Good stuff. Beast, you were kind of owed this one in Singapore, weren't you? After what happened last season.
Oh yeah. Last season was a bit dodgy, but
And
I need paces. Yeah, you go, you go.
I was just gonna say, did you notice any lag today in the lobby?
Nah, like the connection was fine today. Even though I was at the front, like I was still like behind Sean and had Black Mamba behind me. But yeah, it seemed fine today.
Good stuff. And is this where your championship's charge and your championship defense really starts here?
Oh yeah, 100%. I just need to get that win under my belt. Then like, after that, I just hopefully more good results, and then yeah, just try to get the championship won again.
And who do you think your main rivals are this season? Because like you've got drivers like Noek who just seem to suddenly turn up some races and just have flashes of pace.
I can't like if I had to pick one for like raw pace, I'd have to pick Noah. Like no offense to other drivers, but he's probably the quickest one, like out of all them lot in like raw pace. But we'll see. But I don't think very consistent though. But it's probably gonna be Sean. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, definitely. I think Sean had to go or something. His mum came in or something, but he did that alternate strategy of starting on the harder tire, and I think third was definitely his for the taking. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how you guys battle it out for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Right, Kian, I don't know what to say to you. I want to say something to pick you up, but you just have to. I've had races like that, and you just put hours and hours of practice in, and it happens. Just got to pick yourself up, man, and just get back out there. That's the only thing you can do.
Well, yeah.
As hard as it is
I
right
gotta,
now, is the best thing is just to try and turn any negative energy into, positive mindset.
yeah. Yeah, well, this happened to me in Russia last season. I got poled by 1.3 seconds and bottled it twice during the race. Finished fourth in the end. Now I went on and won 2 races in a row. That's not going to happen this time. I'm not going to win 2 races in a row with the pace of some of the guys there. But hopefully, hopefully next week I'll be able to pick myself up again, and hopefully I can hopefully I can have some extra motivation going into next week to prove a point.
How was your holiday, by the way?
Fantastic.
Good stuff. Sounds like you might need another one, eh?
Yeah, I do.
Obviously, we've gone from 20 to 60 drivers this season with the 3 tiers. Obviously, you won the Podium Tier Championship last season,
Yes.
which, as you said, 1.3 seconds you got pulled by in Russia. This is obviously a harder challenge for you. And, the fields are closer. I mean, what was it? 1.3 seconds cover the top 18 in Silverstone in your tier. So,
Yes. Yeah.
the smallest difference. Are you enjoying that challenge, or do you kind of miss you and Techno Thriller having a kind of a ding dong for the win?
No. To be fair, winning is always fun. But honestly, this season it's a different beast. It's honestly like these guys. Most of I feel out of my depth, but honestly, I'm enjoying it. So far, I could have had an eighth, a fifth, and a fourth. I don't know where I'm going to finish. I just go into the races with an open mind and hope just to have a fun race, and that's exactly what I'm doing so far. Today was a little bit more, like a little bit less action packed for me. I was just running my own race until my incident. Just a bit like what I was doing last season, but I do enjoy it when you're battling every single lap for any position.
Good stuff. All right, well, we're almost out of time, so I'm just going to run down each of you, ask 2 quick-fire questions. That includes you alls. We'll start with Rex. First of all, should safety car stay on at F1 TSL, or should it be turned off?
Oh, definitely stay on. I think it makes it more realistic.
Okay, and secondly, next week, what race is next week? Where are we heading? Australia. So we haven't raced there since the beginning of season 10. You looking forward to it?
Well, yeah, this is going to be our first Australian race in F1 TSL. And obviously, Australia is quite a basic track compared to Singapore. There's definitely more chances for points there than I would at Singapore.
Good stuff. White Eagle, again, you safety car. Should we turn it on or keep? Should we turn it off or keep it on?
Definitely keep it on. Keeps it more fun.
Okay. And secondly, you can build on that point finish today and maybe try and break into the top 5. I don't know, the upcoming tracks. Which one you looking forward to racing around most?
See, I really like Australia, but unfortunately next week, because it's my birthday, I probably won't be racing. I don't know. Actually, to be honest, I'm looking forward to Spa. Spa's always been a really good track to go around.
Good stuff. Well, we'll make sure we wish you happy birthday next week live on stream. And Gaza, safety car, should it be turned on or off?
Keep on. It makes it more fun.
Good stuff. And third position today, you looking forward to seeing your avatar with 1 podium? I'm sure you're gonna. If you don't get driver of the day, then I'm just gonna fix it. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, no, hopefully. So I got a drive from the 2 weeks ago, I think, or last week or something. So hopefully I can get my second drive of the day this season.
Good stuff. Ala Diaz, safety car, on or off?
On.
Good stuff. That's 4 out of 4 so far. And secondly, Australia next week. I imagine you want to get back on the top step of that podium.
Yeah, we will see. Obviously, like winning is the target, but we'll see what happens.
Good stuff. Also heading over to Beast, safety car, on or off?
On. 100%.
On. Good. You guys didn't actually see it at all in your race. But yeah, the other drivers, the other tiers combined, I think it came out 10 times. But all right, that's good. And yeah, so it was a long stream because Singapore's a long race anyway. So yeah, it was a long commentating session for me tonight. Other than that, Beast Task, Australia. I don't think did you win there in season 10?
Yeah, you did.
Did I? Oh, alright.
Yeah, it was the first race of the season. You won that. You won like the first 3.
Fair play. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it then.
There you go. Kian knows. Kian, safety car on or off?
On. I think it's just Singapore's a very glitchy circuit.
Okay, good stuff. And you gonna show everyone why you're an F1 TS Hub esports driver next week?
Maybe. We'll see. Australia's not my strongest track. I finished 5th there last season, so but we'll see. Hopefully I'll find some time this week.
Good stuff. All right, guys. Thank you all for joining me. Hope you enjoyed tonight. Best of luck next week, and yeah, I will speak to you all soon. Cheers, guys.